So we've designed a cup that's very easy to pick up. Has been a lot of thought's gone into making sure that the size of it is very thought through. You know, not too big, so it's not too heavy, but not too small, so the mum's got to be refilling it every 2 minutes. And then you've got to do the basics right. So, for example, every mum and dad wants a non-spill cup. However, most of the non-spill cups out there are not right for babies making a transition from bottle to the cup, because they've gone from a bottle where they don't have to suck, going to a cup with a lid, and now all of a sudden, what's this sucking business going on? Now, much easier if you're a breast baby, but if you were a bottle baby, making that transition is that much harder. And then other basics like, you always hear mums and dads complaining about getting that lid off the cup. I was fighting with it, or putting it back on. So we wanted to do the basics well. So what we've done with our cup is the first thing is you'll see, I'll just take this lid off here, you'll actually see that it leans towards the baby. And the reason for that is it actually follows the same profile of baby doing this, and therefore they're far more likely to actually get it in their mouth. The second thing is look at the handles. The shape of the handles are unlike anything else that's out there at the moment. And the reason for that is we've taken a very ergonomic approach to designing this cup. This is the bit where it was kind of designer Jonathan rather than dad Jonathan designing this bit. And then we've also gone with a much easier non-spill valve, which is something called a slip valve, which works very simply that when the baby puts their mouth over the silicone teat, it distorts it and actually opens up a gap, making it much more like a bottle. So it's just much easier to use. So this is one way to use it. It's with handles and it's with a teat. But your baby might actually prefer to start off, for example, without any handles, and I'll just take the handles off here, and just have the teat, which actually is therefore making it much more like a bottle. It's still leaning towards the baby, so it's actually still following this movement. So that's another way to use it. When we actually start to try and get baby away more from bottle, because bear in mind this is all about transitioning, we actually can do it with the handles on, but then we have the sipper ring. And the sipper ring is basically taking into account that sipping from a cup is actually quite a tricky thing. So we've got a nice big chunky sipper ring here, making it nice and easy. And then the fourth way, or a fourth way to use it, is just taking the handles off, and now you've got the closest thing to a cup, but with a nice big chunky sipper ring. And by the time you've got to here, your baby is now pretty much there on making that transition from a bottle to a cup.